Now, whilst we were in Australia, I actually received an email from Steve Drizin, in which he started off by simply asking Paul, what are you like? What are you guys doing here? You know, it's a long way to come. Why are you here? And of course, first and foremost, it was to have an absolutely brilliant time with obviously the guys that I knew, and meet a load of other people that I didn't know, but now I know a lot better. As for the dude, he loves drama. He loves a bit of drama in his life. He loves complaining to anybody that will listen to his saga about sausages and the lack of readily available obscure American soft drinks, and he's still going on about it. And he calls me the haverer. Well, I don't think it takes a brain surgeon to realise who it is that likes to haver and who it is that, as I say, he loves a bit of drama in his life. That's all he lives for. Me, I just went there to enjoy myself, enjoy the food and the drink, whatever was presented to me. Quite happy to eat and drink, and we certainly had plenty of that whilst we were there. One of the reasons we were there, it seems a bit extreme, but one of the boxes that we ticked, I should say, was the fact that the dude wanted and has been asking Steve Drizin for literally probably a year now if he could send him a Control Question t-shirt, which he could wear, take a photograph, and then use it to promote the YouTube channel. I don't quite know why it's taken so long to get round to that. I don't quite see why you've got to travel half the way around the world to finally achieve that, but that goal was eventually achieved. Unless there's, you know, from the point of view of the attorneys such as Steve Drizin, he's got to be careful who he supports in terms of the YouTube channels. But having said that, during the Melbourne show, you know, when asked, well, what can ordinary people do about it? They can talk about it. They can talk about it on social media. So as I say, I don't quite see why it should have taken been quite so difficult, if you like, to have achieved that end goal. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you very long because, of course, we've got a big weekend coming up. I'm actually gigging on the Saturday night, and I don't sort of bank on this, but if it was possible for me to do a couple of our sets and do them live from the gig, then I'll certainly do that. I'll have my phone with me anyway, so it would be quite easy just to set up the phone with the video on the YouTube record, and hopefully send you some footage. And of course, with the dude having access to my YouTube channel, I'm sure I'm going to regret that at some point. I'm sure he's got something in mind. I'm sure that he could perhaps include clips if I was to send him. I don't know. I'd something we could perhaps do. I know people have asked in the past about playing, and it would be nice if we could do a couple of our band sets during the Mammothon. So that's something that we can certainly look forward to. Just one thought. It was one of the interesting things that we often talk about when blokes get together, films that we particularly like. I'm pretty sure that in most people's top 10 would be Tom Hanks in The Green Mile. And it was interesting. We were driving along in Mark's car on one of the days, and I said to the other guys, I said, well, what was the name of the character? What was the character's name of the big coloured fellow that could perform miracles? No, they couldn't get that. So I said, it's John Coffey. Now remember, this is Easter, and of course the whole point of the Green Mile, it's a modern adaptation of the story of Jesus Christ, isn't it? Hence John Coffey, JC, Jesus Christ. And of course, how poignant is it that, you know, you've got this John Coffey falsely imprisoned for something that he didn't do. We've got the same with Steve and Brendan, that they didn't do. I was particularly pleased to see that in the Easter cards that he recently sent to family members, and I'm sorry about mentioning this, but he did actually put, that the messages to do with faith in God, or whichever God you happen to believe in. Anyway, we're not going to start talking about religions here. It's just that obviously the poignancy of the Green Mile, John Coffey, Jesus Christ, falsely imprisoned. Obviously, he was executed. We do thank the the residents of Wisconsin, the more enlightened ones, that when they did have a vote, which was scheduled to be during Steve's trial. This is one of the reasons why it was put back till the beginning of 2007. The idea was to have it in 2006. It was put back because of the referendum to bring back the death penalty, purely mainly because of the Stephen Avery murder accusation. They'd already started to talk about bringing back the death penalty. They hadn't even tried the man. Anyway, I'm going to keep it nice and short. Let's see if I can do it under 7 minutes. I've got 15 seconds to go. Yes, for sure. Anyway, me and Sean, see you later. Bye for now.